Pretty rude.
You live.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is Steve Grumbine. I am with
Rachel Piotrzkowsk.
and
Don Ford.
these guys are with.
What's next?
What's next?
Yeah, what's next documentary?
So, tell me a little bit about your journey and your travels and what you guys are up to.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah,
Don,
let's good
this
luck
is
with
your
that.
spiel.
No, I think we should put Rachel in charge of that. I like her version. So we've been doing a documentary about community activism and government across as many states as we can get to. We've done about 130 interviews through 26 states now, 27. That's 25 officially, but like 30. And so we've been trying to draw a line on what the progressive movement has been doing. Because, everything's on Facebook. And we know that ultimately just disappears. And so we need some sort of permanent record to track what is really happening so that we can learn from it. They say that those that know history are doomed to watch others that don't repeat it. So it's that we're just trying to put that forward as like a thing so people can stay hopeful and inspired and know what other people are doing to be successful.
Yeah, and it's not about the presidential election. We're trying to look at what's next. So there's a lot happening, a lot of energy, a lot of it's divisive, but within the presidential election, whether you're voting for Hillary or Jill or Trump or whoever, we want to go back to the things that unite us and the things that we can actually affect right now, because there's not much we can do right now. But there are things that we can do in special elections, down ballot elections, and just getting people involved. So with all the people who are energized by the Bernie movement, they don't know what to do. This is their first time getting engaged, and everyone's trying to reinvent the wheel when they don't need to.
Yeah, a lot of overlap right now. A lot of people saying, we hear people want to start a new media group, or they want to have the umbrella organization, and they're not focusing on the things they can actually impact that are mostly regional. So like if you're in North Carolina and you're thinking about doing this nationwide thing, you really should just master North Carolina, because the policies are autonomous there, and you need to make sure you have those organized.
And you can call to action to your audience, and it's people are not engaged in local politics because no one has made it sexy or palatable, so we need to figure out a way to actually break the glass ceiling by getting people engaged in lower levels.
I love the grass ceiling line.
Yeah, kick out all the grass holes, and we're gonna
kick the grass holes. I love it.
Yeah. So the thing that we're trying to promote is that you're not alone. There's a lot of people trying to figure out what to do, and there's a lot of different ways to go about it, but really important, reach out to your community, because we are not divided. And I think on the 9th, everyone will realize that, and they'll feel all ashamed for turning on their progressive buddies over this election, and we're going to be looking at what to do. So we're trying to capture the energy that was generated by the Bernie Sanders movement, or just this election in general, and give people something to do.
Progressives tend to be really idealistic towards their goals, and I don't want anyone to sacrifice that, but the ultimate thing that happens is we end up being our own worst enemy, because I like to say that even if we could get everything we wanted...
The bees! Bees, look at that! Yes, that happened, and now it's coming after me.
It's real. So, even if we get everything we wanted, we would still fight over how to spend our excess solar energy. Like, we would fight over anything, and so we have to really go back to what we agree on and focus on that. Like right now, like she was saying, the divisiveness between, the Green Party is doing their thing, and why aren't you supporting the Green Party? And this write-in thing with Bernie and how people are going to think. At the ultimate end of the day,
organizing is what's important.
Yeah,
that's what's important. Creating energy.
My general stance is a vote for anyone is a vote for Hillary, because that's how election fraud works. So there's no real way to say, your vote's going to do this, your vote's going to do that. We have to test simple options, keep people engaged with the process, and whatever that means to that person, you have to respect that. And that's ultimately what the freedom and liberty of America is about.
And the trip, so we've been on the road for 3 months. Y'all been on the road for 3 months.
I've been on the road for 5 months.
Have you showered lately?
No, what's a shower? No, I've been on the road. I've been on the road for 5 months. I left right after the California primary when I saw what I saw happen, and I realized I was so deeply entrenched in the ballot organization for the Watchers and how the election kind of turned out. I really felt like just fuck. So I just hit the road, got out of LA, went to Texas, then Florida, figured out, because Florida is where the National Democratic Party is based, essentially. A lot of people don't know that. And so I got really deep into that whole process and how that was working, and then we started meeting the delegates and traveling around and getting engaged with them. And it sort of was, we got this thing where everyone wanted this thing, but no one knew how to accomplish it. And so we've just been trying to get closer and closer to that answer of, well, how do we accomplish that? How do we make that happen?
And it started with one camera and one tripod and 2 strangers that really cared about making this happen. That's Don and Matt.
Yeah, Don and, yeah. Don,
so they
they
hit the road like 2.5 months ago, and then they stopped in Texas about 2 weeks in, and I found them at our Revolution live streams. I was taking
something good came out of that live stream after all. We got Rachel.
I was taking photos for a candidate. Shout out to Julie Ann Niche. She's running for ACC Board of Trustees, place 9. She's the only person endorsed by Bernie Sanders and our Revolution and a bunch of other shit in Texas. So she's awesome. And I was taking candidate photos for her, and then I started talking to them, and then after that I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, so she joined us in Orlando, and that's where we got our sound and more tripods. And the big thing I want to say to anyone that wants to do something like what we're doing, well, don't do what we're doing because it's ours. No, I'm joking. Everyone should try to do what they feel like is going to help carry their message the best, but don't be afraid of the financial limitations that are imposed on you. Like she said, we started with one camera, one mic. Yeah, the sound is horrible on our first couple of interviews, but we were able to grow and through that become established to some regard, and that's how people started making donations. We've actually crowdsourced. We're still crowdsourcing. whatsnextdocumentary.com. You can check us out. We also have a Facebook page, just What's Next Documentary. We just released a new video featuring a lot of people that are involved with Real Progressives, which is really fun.
Yeah, new media.
Yeah, it was a new media push. And so that's just, you can't have limitations. If someone had told me that I was going to interview Lee Camp in front of the White House 3 months ago, I'd be like, you're crazy. And we did an interview with Lee Camp in front of the White House, and that's
pretty dope.
And so that's really like, you can't hold yourself back. If your idea is true and you're willing to be malleable to what people need, then you can accomplish the thing you want to accomplish. You just have to be flexible. A lot of progressives are afraid of the word pragmatic. They think that that's a trick to get you to sacrifice your integrity, and that's just not true. I think you just need to listen and really hear people, and then in that you're able to accomplish your goals very realistically.
So let me ask you a question real quickly. What is your take on how to infect the establishment Democratic Party from the inside? What is your take on how to do that to bring about progressive revolution within the party?
You know, that's actually surprisingly simpler than everyone thinks. I think that it's about consistency. I actually just wrote this kind of lengthy paper about it that I just put on my Facebook page. Essentially, the Democratic Party is a totem pole, right? We've all heard the get in line, people. We got in line, you get in line. And that's because there's a leadership base in it. We're like, let's visualize it as 6 parts, right? The top 3 are the establishment Democrats, and the bottom 3 are the grassroots organizers. And so right now, the Democratic Party has done something really, really foolish. And that's that they've choked out the precinct chairs and the precinct captains at the lowest levels that decide the party chairs. The party chairs are really important because that's how you control party support in the state, fundraising, and how these other things go. So they're choking that out to control that committee voting process. Now, if you go and get involved with that and stay involved, which a lot of that's through your county, you have the opportunity to have a voting base inside of that to determine how that works out. It's so simple, right? So that's
why you don't pay your bills.
Yeah, this is Matt. This is what we were talking about.
He's our driver.
We have to add Matt into the narrative now because Matt was too busy getting the car, being the good guy.
Yeah, he's too useful.
Thanks, guys.
Well, hold on. Hey, guys. For those of you at Real Progressives that know, Matt actually understands monetary sovereignty. Give Matt a little round of applause. So, this is one of the things when I met Matt.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was like a golf clap if I ever saw one.
Clapped in my head.
So, anyway, I want to thank you guys for interviewing me, giving Real Progressives an opportunity to get a little bit more pub. And I really appreciate the fact that we're all working for an inside-outside strategy, trying to affect change in any way we possibly can. And with that, thank you guys for coming all the way out here to Harrisburg. Good luck on your travels out back to the West Coast.
We're gonna need it.
And
We need travels, we need donations. If you can donate at whatsnextdocumentary.com. That's whatsnextdocumentary.com.
There's a big donate button.
The donate button is off to the right. Use it.
Yeah,
Share it with your rich
you can
friends.
see our videos and see what we've been doing. We've already we interviewed Tim Canova, we did Tim Black, we've done a bunch of state reps, we did the
Lee
Clark
Camp.
Cyber, yeah, I mentioned that, and then we've just
Claudia
been
Sauer.
and now the founder of Real Progressives.
yay! Woo! All right, guys.
Until we're all like individually have monetary sovereignty,
Yeah.
Please send us some damn money. We need it.
All
I
right.
try not to be so desperate, but that's exactly
I do,
how
I
I
don't
feel
care, I'm
inside.
All right. With that, I'm Steve Grumby. We're Real Progressives. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day. I'm out.